Hi, and thank you for joining me for an informational webinar about how to become a RESA Approved Instructor and join the real estate industry's largest network of continuing education staging instructors. Once you become an approved instructor, you will be authorized to teach Staging to Sell What Every Agent Should Know 3-hour designation course for real estate agents. In many states, you would also be able to issue continuing education credits to those agents who complete the program. Today I'm going to explain the program and exactly what the RESA CSA designation is, what the course teaches agents, the benefits of becoming an instructor, and goals for the industry through the program in general and also through the MCE credits, which may be available in your state, why associations and brokerages partner with RESA, compliance, instructor responsibilities, the application process, and how a typical class cycle works, and also cover the annual support that you receive from RESA. The class itself is a designation course for real estate agents, and it is approved for continuing ed in many states. Typically it's 3 hours, but New Jersey there's a 1-hour credit, and North Carolina it's 4 hours, and that's just due to their minimums and their rules in their state. In Canada there is no MCE by third-party training providers, but we can offer it. It's the same as in the US as a professional development class and for the designation. But in the United States, there are many states that we can actually give credit so the real estate agents can renew their license. Agents completing your course will earn the RESA CSA designation. That's the RESA Certified Staging Advocate. Clearly, this is a designation. Agents have been asking for this for quite some time, several years. We don't teach them how to stage in this class, but we are wanting them to sport a great logo with a great designation that will tell their clients that they are an advocate of real estate staging. By teaching this class, you are going to educate real estate agents on what staging is and why it benefits their clients, everything that it entails. We talk a lot about disclosures and staging. We talk about buyers, statistics, and facts. If those agents want to stage their own listings, exactly what that means to them, what they have to do, because they don't know it, they don't realize it, and they're going to show you, you're going to show them the value of what it is that you do by talking about this. We also talk about security tips, facts about working with professional stagers, how to introduce staging to their clients. One of the most important aspects of this course, as well as how to avoid breach of duty claims and overcoming objections to staging in general. Now, the benefits of becoming a RESA approved instructor are plenty. Definitely is going to grow your business. It's going to give you more exposure on your local level, and it's going to help raise your expert status. It's going to help you form strategic alliances on the local level as well. You really have a great opportunity to change the local real estate climate, the way realtors in your local area feel about staging by educating them. It's going to help you develop a reliable, dedicated network, and it's also a potential income generator. You can charge $35 per student, and we've seen stagers make anywhere between $500 and $1,800 just for one class. It's just all about how many people you can get into your class. Some of the goals for the program for the overall industry itself is, number one, we're educating real estate agents, and we're doing that all across the United States. And so it changes the way real estate agents think about staging and how they sell real estate. This helps everyone in the industry build these local alliances, and it also helps us forge those alliances on a national level. And by us getting into these local associations and the brokerages, it really is about achieving national legitimacy for real estate staging. And of course, everybody working together, again, develops that reliable, dedicated network. In today's market, it's very important for associations and brokerages to offer professional development courses, mandatory continuing education courses that broadens the horizons of their members, as well as keeping them informed on industry trends. Staging to Sell What Every Agent Should Know has the most up-to-date information on real estate staging, and you can see here on the left of this slide are just a few of the places that we've taught the class. So once you become a RESA approved instructor, we want to help you market your particular program. So we do have a fantastic marketing promo. It's an information packet that tells all about the class itself, and you'll have your one-page bio like we see here for Karen Otto. have one page that will highlight you as an instructor. Now, we have so many instructors now. We do create a master file, and then we're going to have you delete everybody else's bios out, because we'll have just thumbnail pictures of each of the other instructors, and then you'll keep your full page bio in this promo piece, and you will be able to use this to reach out to brokerages, associations, Women Council of Realtors, anybody who wants to sponsor your class that wants information on it. This is the piece that you're going to give them. So again, when you become a RESA approved instructor, that is the real estate industry's largest network of real estate staging continuing education instructors. So you get the complete overall national brand backing you when you put yourself out there to get somebody to book the class with you. And that's important for you because most organizations, whether it be at a local association, a women's council, or a brokerage office, they don't want sales pitches. I know in the beginning of staging, if you're just starting out, everybody will say, go do a presentation, get in the door. Well, they get beat down with these all the time. So the better way is to provide them with pure education. So it is not a sales pitch. This is not a presentation to get them to hire you per se, but you're giving them pure education and you're the expert. So what are they going to want to do? Of course they're going to want to hire you. And that's the beauty behind this process, is that you get in there by giving them the education, you don't do the sales pitch, and it's going to make them want to reach out to you even more. Here are a couple more pages from the inside of our information packet. On the left here, you'll see we have live testimonials, real life testimonials with the pictures of some agents that have completed the program. And then we give them just a couple slides as well so they can see the quality of the actual PowerPoint itself. So I want to cover a little bit about some of the basics on mandatory continuing education. The terms can vary by state. Sometimes it's MCE, sometimes it's clock hours, credits, credit hours. Every state is a little bit different. Real estate agents need to renew their license every 2, 3, or 4 years, sometimes odd or even years depending on the state, and they need to take classes in order to do that. This particular class is typically in either an elective category, consumer protection, and then sometimes it's covered under agency as well. You will hear me talk a lot about compliance when it comes to this program. There are a lot of rules. They have state rules, we have RESA rules. All of the compliance is there to be able to keep the program intact. What happens in one area can affect someplace else. So we have state rules here to cover. So when you're marketing the class, any of your marketing materials, your advertising collateral, you do have to have certain things on that piece of information. And these are mandated by the individual states. So you'll see a course number, provider number. In some states, RESA is a school, so you might have a school ID. Obviously, all the RSVP information, how many credits they receive, if there's a fee. When you report your information back, we have a roster where they sign out of class, and you need to complete that roster and send that back to RESA HQ within 24 hours of your class. And you may have to issue a class certificate locally on your local level, and that's for them completing the class for their continuing ed credits. We upload the rosters into any state reporting systems for you. We handle the back-end compliance, so you don't have to. And then RESA will also give them a CSA certificate and a logo as well. Some states have testing. Either way, you can't give credits for anybody if they haven't completed at least 90% of the class. Some states have a final exam, and there is 1 or 2 states where they want them to complete 100% of the class. So it's up to the instructor to be able to monitor attendance to make sure somebody's not getting up and leaving. If you live in a state where we are able to offer continuing education credits to real estate agents, I want to cover some of the instructor responsibilities are pretty much, they're common sense and they're not really difficult to follow at all. One, you want to know your material. That's going to come over time. You need to always maintain your integrity and professionalism always. You are representing your industry when you're teaching this class, not just yourself. So it's very important for you to keep compliant. You're not allowed to change the course materials because these are state approved. You may not issue credits to somebody who's not in attendance, and you may not sell your staging services during class. So compliance violations put the RESA MCE program at risk for the entire industry. What happens in one state could adversely affect our credit standings in another states. So our instructors are fully vetted, as you'll know when you go through the process, and it's a privilege to become a RESA approved instructor, and compliance violations are grounds for immediate termination of the approved instructor status. Again, when we're applying for these credits in the different states, each application asks us if our credits have ever been revoked. And we don't want to put no on that application because then that'll prevent us from getting the course approved in that particular state. So again, compliance is crucial. Once you become an instructor, you're going to receive all the compliance information and rules, and it should not be a problem to be able to follow those. They're pretty common sense and easy. So let's talk a little bit about the process of becoming an approved instructor. There's an application process. So you're going to submit all of your basic information, your contact information. You do need a speaker demo. It should be about 10 minutes long, and a monologue about staging. You should be talking to the camera as if you were presenting something to real estate agents. You do need to be a RESA Pro designee in order to qualify to teach this course. And then once we approve the first part of your application, we'll move you on to a train the trainer and testing. Instructors are required to follow a training provider code of ethics, and sometimes we have to take you through a secondary approval process per the state. Some states have approval processes in place where they have an application process to approve you. They are pretty simple. There's only a few states that charge fees. Texas is one. It's $150 for them. They give you approval for 2 years, I believe that is. And any of the other states, most of them don't have an additional fee besides what we pay to submit the course. Some have a nominal fee. It could be anywhere $25 or $30, but we would definitely let you know that upon submitting your application to the state. So with your application, you're going to want to craft a resume that is geared towards real estate staging and education. If you worked at the bank in your past life, you can leave that off. Nothing about you only want this about staging. You want to show some public speaking experience. If you've given presentation in offices, you'll want to include that. You're also going to want to create a very professional bio or a one-sheet. If you're unfamiliar with the one-sheet, go ahead and Google a speaker one-sheet, and it'll show you what it looks like. In your professional bio, you want to keep away from things like you love to decorate your Barbie dream house, you rearranged your room when you were a child, you always had a flair for design. Those are very common things that everybody tends to say. So your professional bio needs to knock it out of the park. You want to make it seem like you are the most sought after professional real estate instructor in your local area. Everybody wants you. So you're going to turn this bio to make you sound like a local celebrity. And your speaker demo, again, you want about a 10-minute monologue speaking about the benefits of staging as if you were teaching a class. Once your initial application is approved, you will be directed to the Train the Trainer course at no additional fee. The Train the Trainer course is compiled of 10 chapters, and each chapter is followed by a short quiz. The course is designed to educate you on how real estate MCE works and how to teach the course. You will be on a guided tour of the course chapter by chapter, and you're going to be given some verbiage to use, as well as we'll tell you where you can add in your own personal anecdotal stories and where to add your own staging photos. I'm not going to teach the course, the Staging to Sell course, to you every single word that I would tell you to say, but it is going to be very apparent from what's on the slides. And I will give you some ideas of what you can say, but I really want you to put your own personality into this. I find that the better instructors are the ones that are really authentic and you kind of speak with the passion that you bring to the table. So we leave that open for you to put your own spin on this. After you've completed the Train the Trainer course, you are going to receive your class materials. The class materials is what you are going to use when you're teaching the actual Class 2 agents. So you're going to get 2 PowerPoint presentations. One has more words on each slide and one has less. I always recommend that you start out with the slides that have more words on it so you can teach the material to yourself, and then when you're presenting you can use the word with less words. It's just visually more appealing for the person sitting in the class to have less words on each slide. We'll also give you a handout for agents called Changing Your Listing Presentation. It's a basic script they can use. We'll give you a timed outline. These are required by the states when we turn it in to get approval. You are going to spend sometimes more time on one topic than another, and that is okay, but this is just a rough outline. You don't need to pay so much attention to the timing on the outline, but this is something that's a potential sponsor may ask for, a local association of realtors may ask for it, and you can send that template to, or that timed outlet to them. You're also going to receive an advertising template, and it'll have all the basic information on it, and you fill it in. You're free to create your own advertising template. It just must look absolutely stellar and professional. If you need help and you want something different, you have a different idea, just shoot me an email or give me a phone call and talk to me about it, and we'll be happy to approve that for you. If you need help in creating one and you don't want to use the one we've created for you, you have another idea, let me know and I'll help you create a new one. After you're approved to become an instructor, you will receive all of the compliance information with all of the particular rules that pertain to your state. Now, you're not out there on your own when you're teaching a class. You definitely want to find some partnerships and sponsors. You can look those in title reps, mortgage lenders, inspectors, builders, really anybody that has a real estate agent as a client can be a sponsor. And then again, you can also go directly to the local association of realtors, women's council if you have it, or a local brokerage. Again, your marketing collateral must be professional and it must adhere to all of your state guidelines. I definitely recommend that you put a schedule on your website a year in advance if you can do it. You want to include all of your marketing and any outbound marketing that you do, email, newsletters, things of that nature, social media. And I always recommend that you take photos and do a blog post on each of your classes to post it to your social media. It's really important that you build this up on your website, that you are a professional instructor. It's kind of highlighting you as a local celebrity in your area, and you want that to shine through on your website. When potential clients come to your website, they don't only just look at your portfolio, they look at everything about you. So the more that you can show them that you're really an advocate for staging, that you are a professional, and you're billing yourself as that local celebrity, the more they're going to want to do business with you. So public speaking. If you're applying for this, you're probably very comfortable with public speaking. Most people are if you're going to take the leap to do something like this. But again, you really just want to know your material. I recommend that you actually invest in a projector. Make sure you get one and you're asking the salesperson how far it projects. You definitely don't want to buy a lower end projector and expect that you can go into a venue that would seat 400 people and for them to be able to see it from the wall. But there are very affordable projectors that are great for office presentations. Again, we want you to put your own flavor in this and ad-lib a little bit and put your own stories and analogies so your personality shines through. You don't want to rush, always want to work that room. And I really find that just being honest with your audience and speaking with some passion and authority really gets your point across on this. And when you give from your heart, you become really authentic. And that is what is going to make you an amazing instructor. And it's going to have them just chomping at the bit for more information, and they'll definitely be asking you back. There's definitely some things you don't ever want to do when you are public speaking. Is one, you do not sell your services from your platform. This is not a sales pitch. You cannot give a sales pitch, and that's the quickest way for an association to not have you back and to file a complaint with the state, which would have our credits revoked. You don't want to criticize other people, even when somebody asks, and they're always going to ask, somebody in the audience always asks for some sort of critique. You want to gracefully get out of that, and you definitely don't want to pick up any type of bad habits like smacking your lips, saying not making eye contact. You definitely want to be prepared, so you're going to want to bring some supplies with you to a class. Most of the time, sponsors will take care of a snack or some paper and pens, but if you're hosting this on your own, you definitely want to supply that. You always want to also do a follow-up email so you can give away any RESA materials, approved handouts, the Consumer's Guide to Real Estate Staging, or any RESA reports. Those are great ideas to be able to give to anybody. And then also your business card for after class. Feel free to give out your business cards after class. That's quite acceptable to be able to do that, especially because someone's going to ask you for it. So definitely come prepared. You can bring some of your brochures, but I would not just have those readily available. If somebody asks you for it, you may give it to them. After the class is completed, you're going to want to do some follow-up. So if you have a sponsor, follow up and thank them. Follow up with any students who may have asked you for some follow-up information. And again, within 24 hours, you need to send your roster and any class files that you have to HQ. The next steps is you want to put another class on the schedule if you don't already have one set up for the year, and then repeat the cycle. Let's talk about annual support. RESA HQ is definitely here to help support you. So I am definitely here to coach you through the process. We're going to handle all of your back-end compliance, which includes uploading your rosters into state systems so your students receive their credits. We will also market your class through the RESA National Calendar. And we have a RESA Approved Instructor dedicated forum group on Facebook. And RESA HQ, it's like your personal assistant. So you're out there during the day doing your class, and then when you turn the rest of it over to us, we'll handle all of the behind the scenes for you after the fact. We would also love to provide you with some bonus support. So we will professionally brand your instructor bio to help promote you as the expert in your area. The content that we have, all of it can be used to market your class on your website. And if you get a video or several different videos of you teaching the class, we can help you create a speaker demo so you can use that to market your class, and you can also use that on your website as well. If you're interested in becoming an instructor, please visit resaeducation.com. The initial application is only $349, and there is a $199 annual renewal fee. If you have any questions, please feel free to call myself or Alexis. Our number is 888-201-8687. Alexis can be reached at extension 6, and I can be reached at extension 1. And again, both of us are here full-time, and we are dedicated to you and to your success.